Hi guys, you're still watching Edutainment Vibes TV, where we keep it real, relatable, and ridiculously entertaining. Once again, my name is Excellence, but you can call me Exile. And as I've said countless times, you can call me Exile, not Excellence. Excellence is too long if you can't pronounce it very well. Just short it to Exile. And on to today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 everyday object history. I made mention of at least 6 previous ones in my previous videos, but alright, so I'm going to be talking about another 3. These 3 I'm going to be making mention of your mirror, your feck, and also your umbrella. As shocking as it might actually look, they actually have an history behind them. The history is not too educating like that, but it's not, and also it's not too hard. It's not like something you will feel shocking, but it's also something you actually need to know. For you to just know that yes, behind every object and everyday object you actually make use of, there's an history behind them. All right, so before we go into the content of today's video, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button, and I will just start it off immediately. Okay, so the first one is your umbrella. We all know what the use of the umbrella is in our modern time like this. Now we all make use of the umbrella for cover ourselves during the time of the rainy seasons, like this month, like this. And for this month, I've been giving us some insane rains. Yeesh. Oof, as you can see, I'm on sweaters here. All right, so the kind of this umbrella, the history behind the umbrella is that during the time of the early Egyptians time, and the Romans, they don't actually make use of umbrella for the raining time. So it's actually mainly used for to cover themselves for the sun. Imagine. So it's actually used as shade, and the only people who had access to it were the royals and the nobles, those people with nobility and those who are royalties. And it was actually made use of leaves and actually feathers. As shocking as it actually seems, it was made of leaves and feathers until it reached your 17th century, where everybody started using it for rainy seasons. And the only people who actually made use of it more were the women, who actually use it as accessories. Men back then, did they actually even take note of it or actually even loved it? That was the time of the 17th century of the Europeans. The men actually made use of caps and hats just to, they don't feel that the use of umbrella was actually they don't feel it is masculine in nature like that. So until a man called Jonas Answay, who started publicizing umbrella as a man when you're like using it, and actually made sense and very useful. So it actually gave people the motivation to start making use of umbrella. And so far, as you can all know it now, everybody makes use of an umbrella right now. Or now we're already upgraded to raincoat. Nobody have time to be carrying umbrella like that. So everybody's now making use of either your umbrella or your raincoats. Yeah, so and plus during the time of those Europeans, we all know that they killed the style of the umbrella. You see some people snapping with black and white, full whites, and holding an umbrella in their hands. It was dope. It was love. Like we all know gentlemen, they either hold a stick, like a walking stick, or they hold an umbrella to make them peak. Now the next one I'm going to be going to is the feck. Well, unlike your spoons and your knives, which has a prehistoric history behind them, feck didn't actually have much of an history. It came into place in the time of around the 11th century by the Byzantine Empire, and it was just like at the time it was not actually well known back then. Even like for a twist, it was actually even considered blasphemous and scandalous and even unnecessary for the Europeans to actually make use of feck, which I even find it very strange till now. They felt that because men has to make use of the hands given to them by God to eat. When you're not a Yoruba man eating eba. Anyway, until the time of when Catherine de Medici came to Europe and invited I think she brought them to France, where she introduced them about their proper dining table etiquette, which include your knife, your spoon, and your feck. So I'm so bet most people don't actually still use feck. You only use it for something like noodles or spaghetti, or just want to chook your moi, want to just chook your akara. I mean, nobody makes use of feck these days. I mean, I don't even know why we have a knife on the table. Who makes use of full cutlery these days? Once you give us a spoon can do it all. Like literally speaking, a spoon can do it all. I have used spoon to eat the things that you need to use feck for. I have used spoon to cut meat. Yes, I have used spoon to cut meat. That knife is not sharp enough. My spoon is sharper than knife. All right, so the next one what I'm talking about is the mirror. We all know what the mirror is, the main use of the mirror, is for us to admire our own beauty. Yes, I have stared at the mirror countless times and be like, damn, I look good. Even though I don't look good, but damn, I look good. Well, the history behind the mirror dates back to some of the earliest mirrors, dating back to 6000 BCE, where they were actually polished by Obisan, a volcanic glass that provided a rudimentary reflection. Until the Romans actually started developing what they call the metal mirror. I think it's like an iron form of mirror. So they used it as a form of reflection. It was not as sharp as our current mirror is, but it was actually expensive and also very heavy. I wonder how. I wonder how they see the reflections most days. It is a blurry kind of form of mirror, and I don't just understand how people had the chance to see their pure beauty. That's why most people don't actually even know how good looking they were until, who knows, somebody drilled them or something like that. The current glass mirrors everybody's making use of right now, that even me I'm using to stare at my face every morning, were actually invented in the time of the 13th century by the Venetians. These guys were actually very good. Today, so I'm not sure they could release their work out like that, because it cost them their head. Oof. Alright, so that's all on Edutainment Vibe TV. I'll keep it real, relatable, and also entertaining. Don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video.